going to make avalanche cookies. So what we're going to need to make for those is Rice Krispie treat or Rice Krispie cereal, peanut butter or some sort of nut butter, a bag of chocolate chips, and marshmallows. And the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take a baking sheet and we are going to put down a piece of tin foil or wax paper or something just to cover up our baking sheet for later. So, ooh, it's sticking to me. So we're going to put that down. And we're going to set it over to the side for when we need it later. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to mix our Rice Krispie treats and our marshmallows. So, need another measuring cup. All right, so we need 2.5 cups of Rice Krispie treats. So 2.5 cups. So let's count 1 cup of Rice Krispies, 2 cups of Rice Krispies, and then another 1/2 cup of Rice Krispies. So we're going to put all this in a big bowl. And then once we're done with our Rice Krispie cereal, we're going to add in a cup of marshmallows. So let's see. Let's get a cup of marshmallows in our bowl. And I have just enough. I'm just going to empty the rest of the bag in here. So that's 1 cup of marshmallows and 2.5 cups of Rice Krispie treats or Rice Krispie cereal. I'm going to set that over here. All right, and we're just going to kind of give it a stir to mix it all up a little bit. And then we're going to set it to the side. We'll come back for that one later too. All right, and we're going to get a medium-sized microwavable bowl. And in that bowl, we're going to put a whole bag of chocolate chips in it. You can do chocolate or you can do white chocolate, whatever one you want. So we got a bag of chocolate chips, and then we're going to do a 1/2 cup of nut butter. So you can either do peanut butter, or if you have peanut allergies, you can do another type of butter. But this is what I have in my house today. So we want 1/2 cup of peanut butter or nut butter. We're going to scoop it all out. All right, so we've got 1/2 cup, and I'm going to put that in this bowl with the chocolate chips. All right, we're just going to dump it in there. Don't have to worry about mixing it. All right, I'm going to stick that in the sink. All right, now we are going to microwave this entire mixture. So we are going to stick it in the microwave, and we're going to put it in there for 30 seconds. When it comes after that 30 seconds, when we take it out, we're going to stir it up, and then we're going to put it back into the microwave until it is all mixed. So every 30 seconds, we're going to pull it out, and we're going to stir it up real good until all the chocolate chips are melted. So let's see. We're almost done, and I'll show you one time, and then I'll keep doing it until it's all melted. So, all right, so that's 30 seconds. So I'm going to stir it up good. Mix, mix, mix. And so you can see everything is still pretty hard and not melted. So I'm going to stick it back in the microwave until everything's mixed. So let's do it again. Oh, that was a minute. Oh, sorry. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I microwaved it 2 more times. It really only took about 1.5 minutes, if even that. And I stirred it up every 30 seconds. And so now it's totally melted. No chunks of peanut butter or chocolate chips. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to take our big bowl of Rice Krispie treats and marshmallows, and we're gonna pour this entire chocolate mixture onto our cereal and marshmallows. Make sure you get all the stuff out of the bowl as much as you can. We're gonna scrape, 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 scrape. If you are making this and you are using, with whatever nut butter you're using, I would highly recommend something that's not very natural, that doesn't have the oil separation on top, because if it has that oil separation, a lot of times like the very natural nut butters, they won't harden. So definitely go for the Jif or more processed nut butters for sure. All right. So I got most of this out of the bowl, and now we're just gonna mix everything together. You're gonna mix, your marshmallows aren't gonna melt, they're gonna be whole marshmallows. So we're just gonna mix everything until it's all mixed up together. If it seems like there might be a little too much chocolate, you know, that might not be a bad thing, but if it's almost too wet, you might want to, like mine is a little too wet. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more Rice Krispie treats, just so that they actually stick together. So maybe you might wanna increase it to 3 cups of Rice Krispie treats, depending on what yours looks like. All right. So now that it's all mixed up and I don't see a whole lot of white spots in my mixture, I'm going to get my pan that we lined earlier, and we're just gonna make big spoonfuls of this mixture on our paper. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna drop them on there. They're not gonna stick together. We're gonna have to let them harden. So just drop big spoonfuls of them. You can make them as big or as small as you want to. But we're just going to take them and drop them on there. So I'm gonna finish this up and I'll come back. All right, so it's been 20 minutes and say hello to Oscar. Oscar's in the kitchen with me right now. Yeah, Oscar's in the kitchen. So we're gonna pull out our cookies, and after about 20 minutes they should be hardened, and that is it. You've got Allie H cookies. So have fun making them, guys.